we are on the Merrimack River around St. Louis area, but I wanted to talk about if Bitcoin hasn't bottomed, when could it possibly bottom? And we'll look at some historical trends involving the stock market for doing this. Now, one thing that you guys might have actually noticed if you've been paying attention to financials is the bond yield actually inverted today. What that means is that short-term yields are now yielding more than long-term yields, which is very abnormal because generally the longer term you lock in for a bond, the higher it'll yield. I mean, the government wants your money for a long time. So that's why they reward you for basically locking in on like a 10 or 20-year bond. But right now, a 2-year bond actually yields more APY than a 10-year bond. And now that actually happens if the Fed raises interest rates very, very quickly, because in 2 years, people are thinking, oh, the yields are rising. So for the next 2 years, it's going to be high. So you have to get like a very high APY to attract people to actually buy your 2-year bond. For a 10-year, people are expecting, okay, after a year or two, it's going to go back to normal. We'll raise it a little bit, but not all that much. So the long-term bonds on these sudden Fed rate hikes, because they expect the Fed to actually like pare down the rates after a year or two, they really don't go up nearly as much. So you have an inverted yield. Now, this is actually very important. Why is it important? Because for the last couple of recessions that we've actually been in, an inverted yield curve essentially always predates the height of a recession by about 6 to 8 months. So if you believe that Terra Luna was the black swan event and that we basically bottomed at that point, then you don't have anything to worry about. But if you believe we have further dipping to go, then you would actually look at a target date of maybe somewhere between April and May or June of next year for the real bottom. Because that's when maybe the labor market's finally going to react and we're going to go into the throes of a recession. Now, we did actually confirm a recession today with the actual numbers from Q2, but we already knew that from like two months back. So that did make the stock market drop 600 points. However, that did not make the crypto market drop. Now, I'm not really sure further recession is going to make crypto market drop because it looks like crypto is becoming more and more resilient. Maybe the fat cats actually want to get in on it now, so they're buying it up. If that's the case, we're probably not going to have a recession drop at all. But at the same time, like really big downturns in the overall economic market could definitely affect the crypto market as well. So I think the worst of, according to the bond yield curve theory, the worst is yet to come, and it's going to bottom out in about 6 to 8 months, because that's kind of like the last couple of recessions. That's what actually happened. So you got to watch out for that kind of date. So if you're looking to buy in at the lowest price, you might want to set a target for about March of next year if you haven't believed that Bitcoin has already bottomed out. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.